this before we started up this program that I'm going to put up on the DVD. But this is from Pikangikum. There's 134 reserves in Ontario. Most people don't know there's that many in Ontario. There's reserves that are really healthy, and there's a lot of wonderful things going on. But there's a lot of reserves in Ontario that things aren't going as well for the people that live there. And this is one of the reserves in Ontario that's called Pikangikum. It has one of the highest suicide rates in Ontario, in the world. And we are working with the police that are in there. It's one of the communities that is, the police are under the dome of the OPP, but they're their own police force that's directed by the chief and council of the town. But they also have OPP officers working in there. And what we do is we started going in and we've taken kids out of the community and we take them to a camp. And the camp has no running water. It has outdoor bathrooms. We sleep by the door at night at each of the doors because we don't want to lose one of the children in the during the night. We don't want one of them to run off in the bush because we'll probably never find them. The first time we ran this, we did lose a child in the bush, and about 4 hours later we found them and we had to take them back to the community because we can't put up with that kind of we couldn't have a tragedy come out of this. And what we do when we're there, we start with the OPPs. What their basic program is, walking the path. And it's a path that we talk about issues that are going on. So we talk about culture, and we talk about the 4 medicines that we carry. We talk about self-esteem and racism and different things. So we try to push as much of that into this week as we can with the kids in Pikangikum, and we also add in things like physical stuff and fishing and wonderful things, and we learn a lot from the kids while we're there. When we're in these communities, the kids don't talk much. They really have a lot of their own language. So their Ojibwe is really good, but their English isn't that good, even though they're schooled in English. So we work with these kids for the week, and things have been coming out of this. When we first came out there, the drum was the devil, and the drum was something that was hidden in the basement. You couldn't take the drum out, you couldn't sing the songs, you couldn't hold some of these medicines that we take up there in the community. And now these kids, since we started 2 years ago, they're starting to go to powwow, which is really unheard from this community. So it's just a little step, but for them to hold some of their culture and start walking with their culture is absolutely a wonderful thing. And all the kids that you'll see in this were kids that are sniffers. They sniff gas, and that's one of the terrible things that we have seen in this community, that the kids as young as 7 years old are starting to sniff gas in the community. So it's very hard to see this happening in the community, very hard to see children so helpless, so hopeless that they start their life so early hurting themselves. So I just want to start this up and tell you that wonderful things are happening. We're going to go back in every summer and keep this program going. We want to go back and make sure that those kids know that we're coming back. Because once you make that connection, we have to keep going back. We have to keep on talking to these kids. We want to take some of these kids out to another program we call Nigam Musawak, which means in Ojibwe, moving forward, and we want to bring them in as mentors and then eventually bring the kids up to a higher so they feel good, so their self-worth is much higher than what it is today.